Fat putting this thing, run it back.
We the fat folk, came to take the go. Take that. Walking hot, whole crowd on ho. Caribbean JoJo, West Coast soul. Go. Demon Nessa with the glare so cold. Sports4 slam, trail never fall. Main event, John headline that show. We the fat folk, came to take the go. Yeah. We the fat folk, came to take the go.
Yeah. Sports for you, I'm the coach and the star. Calling out plays while I'm raising the bar. Suplex style when I talk on the mic. Every line land like I'm picking up a fight truck.
Welcome to Sports4UWrestling. It's our ring, our section. From the bay, we flexing. Fat four, keep the crowd out, all guessing. Welcome to Sports4U.
Listen. I know what you guys are thinking. It's Sunday. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast, 2 o'clock on the East. There's no PLE. There's no special. What y'all doing here? Well, we got something special for y'all because as announced, we got a little special treat. This is something that's been in the lab cooking for a minute. We would tell y'all about them, but we can just show you what it's about.
Come on to the greatest show in professional wrestling. It's the main event. It's the main event. All these whack tag teams never made a cent. It's the main event. It's the main event. All these other tag teams, yo, they came and went. Welcome to the show, main event about to blow. Hit you with the razzle dazzle, doing battle with these hoes. If you frontin', we could run up, make you do a backflip. Make the ref count 3, calling that a hat trick. In the ring with the ring leader, Midas Black. When they do the thing, main event, run your titles back. Ain't no point in fighting back. Where the snakes, homie, where the tigers at? All these dogs barking, Jay lying, about to bite you back. It's the main event. It's the main event. All these whack tag teams never made it.
It's the main event.
Listen, first of all, that song go hard though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know where that song came from. But first, JoJo, would you do the honors of introducing this up and coming superstar we got right here?
Of course. I would like to introduce you, not only a friend of mine, but half of the main event, Ringmaster Midas.
Guys,
There you go.
I cannot hear y'all.
Are
you serious?
What? No!
I can't hear anything anyone's saying right now.
Not the technical. You would think one of these days.
Log out and log back in.
Leave and come back?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to get this right one way or the other.
It never fails.
It would not be Sports for You Wrestling if there's never technical difficulties. Ever.
Somebody's mic is never turned on. Somebody's hearing is always off.
And then when everyone's mics is on, you couldn't even hear us. It's like, you would
This
think.
is the first time all our mics are actually turned on at the same time, and now somebody can't hear us. I'm like,
and something happened. But yeah, that beat goes hard.
It's something about that live button. It's something about that live button. When we go live, it should just
everybody gets nervous, down to the mics and the headsets.
Listen, StreamYard, don't get on our bad side today, okay? All right.
He's laughing.
Are we back?
Good?
Yes, everything good.
Ladies and gentlemen, JoJo, if you got it in you, JoJo, you wanna.
I would like to introduce you not only one of my good friends and half of the main event, Ringmaster Midas.
What's up, y'all? How we doing?
Listen, we good, man. How about yourself, man?
I'm chilling. I can't complain. I appreciate the love. Who's pressing the buttons over there?
It's gonna be a combination.
That's half my heart right there.
That's gonna be a combination of me, combination of John. So it's pretty much DJ Sports for You. So
Yeah, DJ.
But I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. Enjoying this lovely Sunday. Now I got some beautiful people to enjoy my Sunday with. So it's a party right now.
hey man,
Yes,
we,
sir.
we feel you. We feel you. I mean, how are you enjoying your day off right now? Because I know you had a busy year and you got a busy ass schedule coming up. So
Yeah.
how are you enjoying yourself right now?
Man, I'll be honest with you. Any time I could just take to have some downtime for myself is a blessing in itself. So honestly, if I'm not with my daughter, I'm playing video games because video games is what keeps me going. That's like my people love their movies. Video games is like my movies that I can interact with myself. Um, Not much going on, man. I'm just taking my time to heal up my body right now. Feeling a little
Yeah,
banged up, but no major injuries.
yeah, because you've been going full throttle from the moment I've noticed you. You've been hard hitting, and it's crazy because one of the first things JoJo talked about when she joined the team is like, "Hey, be on the lookout for this guy." I'm like, "Who is he?" His name is Midas. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"All right, I'm gonna need clips. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need that." So every now and then she'll send me a random clip of wherever you're at. I'm like, "Okay, that dude's fire."
I
So
appreciate that.
when y'all came to LA, I was already, hyped because,
Yeah.
we knew a few people that's, we were familiar with stars in House of Glory. So when I connected the dots that you was part of that roster, I was like, well,
Yeah.
damn.
Nah, man, House of Glory is home, man. And I said it before we got on the air, but LA, it was so special, man. And next time we're in LA, I'm gonna make it my business to personally meet you guys because you guys brought the energy, you guys brought the love, and that's something that just it makes wrestling what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Like
we for sure.
without fans like you, what we're doing is for nothing.
Most definitely, because me and John, we will for sure hit you up when the day comes. Like, hey, we already here.
Yes, sir.
What up with it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
but
Where do we
yeah,
sit?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Who wanna go? Nancy, you wanna kick this thing off? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why not? Let's
Yeah.
start off a little easy.
Mm.
Uh,
Sounds like prom night all over again.
All right.
I can't.
so what's your inspiration behind your character for the Ringmaster?
The inspiration from the character, it started off with Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman, and
Mhm.
Of
I
course.
see that.
and it kind of elevated into its own thing. Like because you know, I didn't come into wrestling like I'm the ringmaster and I'm have my circus and a lot. I didn't think like that. I just knew I wanted to be a wrestler. And thankfully, like on TV, there was teams like the New Day who had this character that was like on paper, you don't see them as these guys,
Mm,
these future Hall of Famers. And then when I realized, I was like, whoa, the New Day is so successful because literally they could do anything they want within their gimmick. And then that's what I realized. Like, I have something that I could do anything I want. And then it went from like less Hugh Jackman, greatest showman to like, I guess what it is today, which is just me.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is. So, would you think that is the Ringmaster character kind of like a more upgraded version of yourself? Because sometimes you're yourself, but then your character is pretty much an extension of yourself, like amplified. Would that be the case?
I would say so, and maybe it didn't start off that way. Maybe at first it was just like a nickname, but now I feel like where I'm at today with my skill and my talents as a wrestler, like
Mhm.
maybe it is me. Maybe I am more of a ringmaster, more than a ringmaster of just a circus. Maybe I'm a ringmaster in this ring too, and I should start owning it.
Talk about self-motivation. With a name like that, you'd be self-motivated every day to like, I gotta prove this moniker to be legit.
Yeah, that's just what
So
it is, Like, I think the only ringmaster that we know, and I think he turned out pretty well with Stone Cold. So,
yep,
Yeah.
yep. And it's
And I
crazy
was
because he didn't even like that name, but yet here we are, decades later, still celebrating this man. His catchphrase still going
yeah,
strong within fans 20 years later.
yeah,
So, what I'm saying, hey man, listen, you're the second coming of the Ringmaster, and I gladly accept it because, man, you've been doing a hell of a job
I
so
appreciate
far,
that,
man.
man. More
John, what
work
you
to
got for
do.
your boy?
all right. So you obviously you brought up the Ringmaster. Do anybody mention Stone Cold with that? And then my other part was you just talked about your recovery. It's an off day for you. What goes into your recovery when you getting ready as you taking your days off before your next show?
Recovery is so tricky because like it's not like I'm just like waiting for the next booking. Like I also train throughout the week, and I'm really a no days off type of person. I don't like missing training. I don't like missing bookings. So that's why like on my off because I train like 3 days a week, and then I'll have my shows on weekends if I have, and if I don't, I really take advantage of the extra time. And honestly, recovery could be soaking in a bath. It could be just being a couch potato for the moment if I have no major obligations to do. Anytime I get to just like stretch out, because stretching is so important as you get older, and I learned that the hard way. So it really just taking the time to listen to my body,
And that's important.
because I didn't do it before, and like I
'Cause
said, I'm 31 now, and in my 20s I just felt like invincible, and literally as soon as halfway into half the year after turning 30, I was like, oh,
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Wait,
clicks
wait.
and it's like, why does this hurt? Why is this
and even like
Well, up
just to
there.
even like now being like in the ring, and there's a younger generation of indie talent coming on, and when I wrestle these guys, like I'm not afraid I can't keep up or anything, but I'm like, oof, these boys are moving fast. I remember when I could like
So more
Has
Free chickens no more.
stretch out.
oh yeah,
ain't nothing
definitely
wrong with a good
stretch out.
ain't nothing wrong with a good
In
stretching.
all
Right.
aspects of that.
Nothing wrong with a good stretching. I mean, listen, you gotta stretch out, get stretched out, whichever. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
just so but you mentioned
Hey, yo. Oh man,
You're muted. Never
don't
fail.
know. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, I'm not even pressing the button.
It was
But
StreamYard said out of pocket.
Yeah.
and it did it again. But anyway, you was talking about the younger talent that's coming up that you may wrestle or train with. So what is it about? Because me and Jojo also know some fellow dungeon mates, aka the Miami boys.
My guys.
Talk about working with those guys, and are we gonna see the main event and the Miami boys hook it up in the ring?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I love the Miami boys. I didn't know them from a hole in the wall before the dungeon, and I've grown to love those boys so much. I think they work so hard. I think
Mhm.
I think they have so much passion and dedication, and I see them trying to work on they're just working on their craft, and I love watching people work on their craft. I love working on my own craft, and I love being around people that are just passionate about what we do. What
Yeah.
I would love to wrestle the Miami boys. With that being said, any rendition of them, to be honest. It's just about
Listen,
finding it.
AI, clip that.
I'm gonna
It's,
Yeah,
I'm gonna need you to get on that, please.
it's just about finding a place to make that happen. But I know Keith probably gonna see this. Keith, I'll wrestle you anytime, baby. Anytime.
The smoke has been
Anytime.
sent.
If he does
Xander,
see it, best believe that message is going to be sent.
Xander, Puma, all of you, all four of you.
Listen,
Oh boy.
now let's get to another question from Mrs. JoJo here, because I know she's definitely been waiting on this one for a long time. So, what you got for him, Joe?
All right, so I want to take it a little bit back. I want to first get to know little Ringmaster Midas.
Oh, damn.
Did you watch wrestling as a young kid, and what made you be like, "Ooh, I want to do that"? Where did you grow up and all that?
So I grew up in New York City. I lived in New York City all the way up until 2 years ago. And I at the time I was living in the Bronx, and I missed so much of the good wrestling. My first time, I could tell you my first exact time seeing wrestling on the TV. And it was Drew Carey in the ring.
I know where you're going.
And I'm like, I just walk into my mom's room trying to ask her a question. I'm young. I gotta be like 5, 6 years old at this time. And fire hits. This guy in red comes out. Red's my favorite color at the time. I'm like, oh, this guy is so cool. He looks badass. And then he just proceeded to, have that record for the Rumble now. And that was my first time watching wrestling, that Royal Rumble match. And I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. And I started watching literally every day from then. And the first time I knew I wanted to wrestle was also at 6 years old, shortly after this, when I had a dream that as a kid, I was in a wrestling match with Kane and I got chokeslammed. And I woke up and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like, and it was just from that point on, like I knew that I wanted to do this from that silly little dream.
That's crazy. You having a dream of getting chokeslammed by somebody in pain, and you wake up.
And I wake up like, I want to do that. What's wrong with me?
That's my goal in life.
What's wrong with me?
I want to get chokeslammed for the rest of my life.
6 years old. What's wrong with me?
What was the process of breaking it to? Because I see, superstars all the time about how they break it to their families, how they break it to their parents. Because some of them, their parents want them to be lawyers, this, and that. What was it like? What was the thought process, especially in a black household? What was the not my baby? What was your thought process of walking up to your mom or dad and say, "This is what I'm going to do"?
It was super easy. It was super easy, like because I've been talking about it growing up, like. It wasn't like it came out of nowhere. So, like, I remember I told my mom that dream, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a wrestler. And she thought it was like some cute little thing, kids, I'm going to be a cop. I'm going to be a doctor. And then high school comes around, and she's like, so what do you want to do after, when you graduate? I want to wrestle. And she was like, you really still want to wrestle? And I was like, you thought I was kidding. Like, and my father, so my mom's Puerto Rican, so that I have to deal with the Spanish side, and then my father is the black side of me, but he's also very easygoing. Like my parents have always been supportive of whatever I do, but my father and my mom are probably my biggest supporters. They made it very easy. The deal that me and my mom came up with was go to college first. And she didn't say you have to graduate. She said, try college. She said, and after that, do whatever you got to do. And I tried college. I tried college for 4 or 5 years, and I just didn't, I lost my love for school.
Mm.
And then it was in school where I was like, man, I forgot what I wanted to do. I forgot I wanted to wrestle when I was in school, which was crazy to me. And when it came time that like I just told myself like this is not for me. I've already made the decision in my head. Like this was harder to talk to my mom about than wrestling. Like, but it was me remembering that I wanted to wrestle that kept me getting to the end of the school year, because I got super depressed in school. I got super depressed, and then I was like, I want to wrestle, and it just relit a fire in my life. And then my father, very supportive. He's actually funnier because he told me, he's like, I know you're gonna make it, and that's like what he always says to me. And he goes, I know you're gonna make it because you quit everything in life. Like,
wow.
Damn, Dad, thanks.
You know, as a teenager, I was just like, I don't like this, I'm gone. I don't like this, I'm gone. I used to work for my father, and guess what? I was gone.
Father knows best. Father knows best.
And he told me, he was like, I've never seen you this dedicated to anything. He was like, so I know that you're gonna be fine. So yeah, my parents made this super easy.
All right, so I got one more before I pass it to Nessa. What was your first time step into ring training? And what was the moment in that training where it made you confirm to yourself, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep pursuing this? Because you could have easily quit that.
Yeah,
so
could have.
What kept you to stay? What made you say, all right, no, I'm going in full throttle?
Well, all right, because that's a two-parter. So the first part to it is I was nervous. You know, I was super nervous stepping into it was just something new. Anything new is nervous. But my first day training, I didn't even get in the ring. I did a lot of workouts, and all they had me do, this is House of Glory, because I started at House of Glory. So all Red and Brian had me do was chain wrestle and learn how to lock up. I was locking up pretty much until once I got locking up correctly, it was all right, you could get in the ring. But when you get in the ring, you're just locking up and chaining. Like, I'm not doing moves or anything like that. So I guess for me, it was rewarding knowing that if I got to another level, it meant I was getting better. Like, that's just how it is on paper. And there was a point where I did almost stop, but I think it was the fact that by this point I had already made sacrifices going into training, not even like doing shows. I already made sacrifices going into training, and I made decisions going into training that the decisions I made, it was like, well, you can't go back now. Like, because if you go back now and you quit this, then you just did all of that for nothing. And I was like, yeah. I think what keeps me going is knowing that wrestling is probably the best thing I've been good at in life. And I knew that was in there somewhere, but I didn't know anything else that I was good at in life that I was like, wow, I could really make a living off of this. And that's why, it's just been my goal. Like, this is, it needs to work out.
Yeah.
Like,
and you had no other choice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it work out. Like, so, and it's not like it needs to work out like I'm expecting it to. Like, I know full well that, just because I say it needs to work out does not mean that it will work out. But I'm gonna do everything I can until I cannot, or my body does not let me anymore. Where I'm like, all right, I gotta call it.
All right. Well, anyone in the chat, if y'all got questions, for Midas, don't be shy. Put them in the chat. And then
we got questions from the chat.
Of course, it's Faith.
Ritza Face, don't know if you're taking questions from the chat, but I'm asking, have you ever wrestled any? I knew it was gonna be one of those.
Have you
Usos
wrestled any of the Usos
in your wrestling career? If so, who? And if not, are there any Usos you want to wrestle?
We know who he's trained with.
Are we saying Usos as in like the whole? I'm assuming the whole.
Yeah, I think she's meaning like all the Usos.
I've wrestled Jacob. I've wrestled Zilla. I've wrestled Zilla a couple times. I love wrestling Zilla. I love wrestling Jacob.
Shout out to the main one.
Faith is about to have a heart attack, by the way.
I've wrestled Journey, Jacob's brother.
Yes.
I've wrestled a couple of Usos, and I love all of them.
I'm gonna throw in some context. Faith, she's part Samoan, so she's part of that culture. So that's why she's asking, have you worked with any of her people? Because she's part of a group called the Nazi Dynasty, where they devote all their minds into the Samoan culture, the Anawai family, Fatu family, and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's why she had that question, because she's very intrigued on who you worked with.
Yeah. I've also danced with Rikishi, so there's that. Like,
Faith is having a stroke.
She's having a moment. She's having a moment. She's doing a look. She's doing her church dance like that.
Yeah, I love it. But no, they're awesome, man. They're amazing. Like, they're amazing people.
I see. One more, then we get to Nessa. I do got a question. Wondering what match would you show a person who you're trying to introduce to wrestling?
Oof.
That's a tough question, though.
And that's a tough question, because it depends. I guess it depends on the context. In a way, I understand the context is like they want to get into wrestling, but I don't know if I should show them a bad match. I don't know if I should show them a really good match, because that could change. Like, if I show someone's good match, I don't know. I think I would show.
You're gonna expect everything's gonna go good. No, there are gonna be some that's gonna be like, yo.
You know what? Yeah. No. I think the match I would show is Eddie and Brock.
No Way Out. That's a good one.
I would show Eddie and Brock, and it's just because, and if not Eddie and Brock, I would just show them something that made us feel. I wouldn't go to show them, this was the coolest match of the year. But I would try to find them like a moment, because I think that's what made every wrestling fan a fan. It was a moment more than the match. So, like, even for me, I tell you, the moment I remember is Kane interrupting Drew Carey. That's a moment. So I think I would show someone a moment. And Eddie and Brock is definitely like the full package, because you showed them the promo package of Eddie spilling his life, and then Brock being this big guy, and Eddie's the underdog, and it's just perfect. It's you can't hate it.
That's true, because that would be a good one, starting off with moments, because then like, oh, the fans are into it. Oh, I kind of get the story. Like, oh, I kind of feel a certain way, and I'm just not watching it type of thing. So yeah, I get it. That's it.
I want to go back to talking about your training. So, you said you started off training with HOG, but I also see that you train with the Dungeon.
Yes.
So how did you end up at the Dungeon, and how do you feel practicing and learning from other WWE superstars?
Honestly, it's amazing. I got invited to the Dungeon, and this was about maybe 3 years ago. Me and my partner and fellow wrestler named Ichiban, we got invited to the Dungeon, and I remember going there for the first time, super nervous, like everyone that steps foot into the Dungeon is nervous for the right reasons. It's nervous because you want to impress. Nervous because you love this so much and you just want to, be your best.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward to moving down here to Florida. I moved down here just to be closer to my little one, not knowing, I was leaving HOG in New York. I didn't know what was going to happen with wrestling, to be honest. I didn't come here with a plan for wrestling. And thankfully, that first time was enough to keep somewhat of an impression to come back. And, now I'm willing to make those drives if I'm able to come. And, I was driving every week and I busted my ass and I was working with tremendous people. The dungeon is my favorite place to train because I'm meeting so much different people, but like everyone is leaving their egos at the door. No one is coming there with this I'm better than you mindset. Mind you, we got people from TV and the indie world meshing well together. And if they don't have this ego about it, then it's refreshing when you go back outside and there are people with egos, and it's like, if these people don't have egos, no one should. Like,
yeah, because if anything, I know for a fact the godmother of the dungeon would definitely make sure y'all check the egos.
Oh, for sure.
At the door before, and wipe your feet at the mat before you walk into her building.
For sure.
There's one person. Huh? Oh yeah, that too.
She was at the door.
I actually do have a question regarding someone that you do work with, because a while back we asked the Miami boys about certain somebody. This person gives JoJo the heebie-jeebies. When she sees them on TV, she literally gets scared to death. Keith stated that working with Ilya Dragunov, that he was that dude. What is your perspective? Have you had a chance to train with him? If not, just by seeing him in the ring training, what's your perspective on someone?
He's exactly what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's beautiful. It's one of those things that it's like, it's scary to see, but it's also so like, it just brings something out of you. Like you wanna channel that. And I think he's amazing at what he does. I think he brings so much to wrestling, period. And he's definitely brought the best out of everyone in training, like everyone. And it's like he doesn't have to help, and he is, and it's very appreciated.
I mean, that's 2 for 2 right now. So if anyone else is wondering,
I told you, I read that right. I read that.
Listen,
I am in my every right to be scared of that man.
That man is intense personified, hands down. John, you got one for got no for the Ringmaster here?
Let's stick with the dungeon.
All right.
What do you tell other wrestlers who are coming in to the dungeon for the first time what to expect when they're dealing with Natty and TJ?
I don't know if I really tell them much, and it's not me being an asshole. It's just like, I shouldn't have to coach you on how to be a good person and good wrestler.
Right.
So, and I don't mean that in any way, but like, I did it my way. I did it just by being me. And I feel like that place is so special that if you cannot do it on your own, then you don't, like, let's keep it special, because if we just let anyone in,
right, then
it wouldn't be special the way it is. Like, and what I do tell people, because I'm not an asshole, what I do tell people is like, just give it your all. Like, all we want to see is that you have heart. Just have heart. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail. You're gonna get tired. Keep pushing. Like, this is a sport and this is a business where, like, it's not easy. And if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it. And, there are still people doing it that shouldn't be doing it. So we have to, we have to keep it special.
Now, we were talking about Natty for a bit, and there's something I didn't realize this beforehand until it was brought to my attention a little bit later. But we love how Natty reinvented herself, and instead of going from Natalia, she went from Natty. And the first time I seen it on TV was last year when she did the Bloodsport, and I thought that was cool. So, how was it for you knowing that you was going to be part of her posse, escorting her to the ring and all that stuff? What was that moment like, being in front of all those people, watching one of the greatest women's wrestlers, underrated women's wrestlers in WWE today, go through this transformation and finally bring that out on TV?
Honestly, it was super special. Super special to be a part of. Because I felt like I had no business being a part of it. Like, this is Natty. And I feel like I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of all the work that she's done to rebuild herself. And I'm so proud to just be a part of it because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to have the honor and pleasure of walking Natalia Neidhart or Natty Neidhart out to Bloodsport. I didn't know I was going to be a part of the dungeon in that way. So it just felt like I was, family, and this is a family. So I don't take it for granted. I cherish every time that I did walk her out. And my biggest thing, it wasn't for me. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I guess it's hard for me to answer, because it was never about me. All I wanted to do and all we wanted to do was help enhance her and help. And like, that's just what it was for. And I'm glad that we were able to help be a part, because she did all the hard work. She did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, because it's when we see me and John have this thing when we see wrestlers, in a brawl and they get pulled apart by security. We're all looking at security and like, okay, who's gonna be the next guy? So, did you ever give a thought that maybe 10 years from now, when Midas Black is this big star, people are gonna go back and be like, holy shit, that was him, part of Natty's crew? Like, do you ever have that thought in your process? Like, damn, this might, looking back, might be the...
I don't know. It's hard to say, because I don't know what people are gonna think. I don't know. I can't even think that far. Geez, 10 years. I don't know. I've done so much that, like, it could be different for everyone. Like, someone could think like, oh, I remember that was the guy that was in Natty's Bloodsport thing. And someone could be like, oh, that's the guy that I seen wrestle the Hardys, or that's the guy that I saw do this. Like, I have fans come up and be like, oh, I remember you from Pennsylvania. I'm like, Pennsylvania? That's where I first started. So your memory of me goes deep.
Yeah. That's how you know that's how you know how good and true your fans are. If they bring up random, oh, I remember you over here in Pennsylvania. I remember seeing you in Florida. I remember seeing you in LA. Or I remember seeing you on the Sports4UWrestling Podcast one day on a Sunday afternoon / morning. So, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how your reputation precedes you. And that's why I always tell JoJo, one of these days, people are going to walk up to you while you're buying meat at the grocery store. But is that JoJo?
Listen. Your reputation definitely... Your reputation definitely always precedes you. Always. Like, that is just in life.
That, trust me. She always gets the, oh, you're the girl from... Yeah, hi.
So, I got that yesterday, which was so weird.
It's weird, but it's good.
I was like, yeah.
It means that you're being seen.
It's a good weird.
Literally, I went grocery shopping 2 weeks ago in New York. And I'm literally walking, and this is weird for me too, but I'm walking in my old neighborhood, and someone passes by me, and I have a Ric Flair jacket on. So they go, woo, and I wooed back just for the fuck of it.
Mm-hmm.
And turns around, he goes, do I know you? And I'm like, no, I don't know you at least. And he goes, are you a wrestler? And I'm like, no way, bro, no way. But like, so it's the little moments like that it just means that you're doing right.
Speaking of,
Someone is seeing you.
Yeah, it reminds me because I remember John used to always tell this story when he first got his moment because he does Sports for You, the sports side of the brand. So he's telling the story one day. He just walking somewhere and someone's like, "Hey, are you John?" And he's like, that was his, moment that oh shit, I'm actually doing this thing.
Yeah.
So speaking of John, before we get to him, the next question from Faith is, what's your favorite moment, personally or professional?
I don't personal. There's too much, but I have two professional favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what I mean. For me, I have two favorites. And it's definitely my match with the Briscoes, our 2 out of 3 falls match. And the other one is my match with the Hardys.
Now, it's crazy because JoJo had texted me that match and she was a little sad. But, what was it like?
Which one? The one with
when they lost the title to the Hardys?
Listen, I will not repeat what I was saying on the phone. Okay, let me tell you something. No.
Josh?
All right. We was talking earlier because obviously you was in our city back in January, and you talk about how you just loved being in LA. What was the funnest fan base you got to see on these many roads? You traveled up to a lot of different cities in the Indies. What was one of those cities that was just the littest, the craziest that you saw on your journey in wrestling?
I don't want to get any other places mad.
No, talk your shit, sir.
I love Canada. I love Canada. Like they're just so they treat wrestling with so much respect. The fans too. They get so excited to see us, especially coming from the States. So maybe they're a little louder than usual. But it's not like they're like unanimously, because like I could name so many places. Like I love going to LA. I love going to Chicago. I love New York always. Like New York is always gonna be home, but I feel like that's not fair to say New York because it's home. And Canada and Maine, surprisingly too. Maine could be really, really loud. And I gotta give my New England people love too. Like those are my favorite places to wrestle.
That's a good question, Faith. Jojo, you have another one? Another question?
Yes. Kind of have to take a little bit on this almost serious side.
Uh-oh.
How do you prepare yourself mentally for matches? And then how do you keep yourself mentally outside the ring?
Mentally preparing for matches, it definitely depends on the match. It depends on the story. I think for most of them, I gotta do it. There is no mental prep. I gotta do it. Because even if I don't mentally prep, I still gotta do it. So sometimes sometimes I'm blank going into a match, but sometimes I'm like, I really have to get in a mood or a mode. Especially if I'm like trying to, you know, channel an emotion or tell this story where I need people to believe. So um I think mentally it's like almost like the Heath Ledger where like I try to become my character, like whatever my character is going through, I really try to picture myself if I was going through it. And that's what's gonna help me really like channel that if I really believe it's happening, right?
Now, speaking of the mindset, we were talking about the Briscoes earlier, so we're gonna keep into the serious box real quick. Where were you at the moment you had found out about the passing of Jay? Because I think I was working at the time when I found out about it. And the second part is, how did you cope with that loss?
I was at House of Glory training. And I remember just being in shock. Because I was like we just wrestled them. We had just wrestled them maybe like 2 weeks before.
Wow.
And the last thing Jay had said to us was, "We're gonna see you boys again." So, and we had just like getting to work with them because I felt guilty for feeling the way I felt about Jay when he passed because I didn't know him that well. But I worked with him 3 times enough to feel like I knew him because of the way he treated us. And we were just able to talk like if we'd known each other for years. And but I felt guilty because like my trainer Red took it very hard. He was boys with Jay and Mark, and I knew so many others that, you know, it was just a hole for everyone. Like it hurt. It hurt. And I think just coping with it was Mark made it easy. I haven't spoken to Mark, but seeing Mark, how he carried himself and how strong he was, and him, you know, the way they are with God, like him knowing that, oh, Jay's with God, so I should be sad. That made it easier to know, like, wow, if he's doing that, then we need to do that too. And now I just do my best to, like, the lessons that they taught me through wrestling, I repeat them every time. And I try to teach people that when I wrestle them. Like, I learned this from them. This is what they taught me, like, because that's all I can do. Like, I have all the love in the world for them boys.
I'll say this, whether you know them for 5 years, 10 years, 2 days, 3 weeks, if they made a big enough impact in your life, you shouldn't feel guilty of, you know, how you cope, how you miss them, because they were that, you know, important in not only your life but to your career. Yeah. Because the main event is going to be forever linked to, oh, they have
I always say it, they put us on the map. They put us on the map. And they just always, they told us, they were like, we see ourselves in you. And I didn't think they were just saying that. I don't think they were the type of people to just say things just to say it. So yeah, you know, they really, I cherish every moment that I've had with them. I don't get too public about it just because I like to keep those to myself. So if it feels like I'm dancing around something, I promise I'm not. I'm just like, I love those moments, and those are, yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely get you. We just wanted to know, like, you know, how.
No, of course. It didn't come off any type of way at all.
Yeah. Before we get to the rest of the panel, Dalton has another question. He said, if you were to pick
drill question was first. I'm gonna be fair.
Where's it? Oh, I didn't even see him.
Hi, Drill.
He said, so what's going on, Drill? Shout out to Drill, BRF Undisputed podcast. He said, "Can you look at one match you had so far that you could say that's the most fun you ever had?"
Yeah, it would probably be the Hardys. It'd probably be the Hardys. Like, we're just having fun.
And those are your goats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They for sure are. And we got to work with them twice. And I'm pretty sure I have more matches like that, but you could see how much fun like we were having.
Ness, I think the Hardys are like what, one of your favorite tag teams as well.
Yeah, I finally got to see them live.
Nice. They're real. Matt and Jeff are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing human beings.
Ness, you have another one?
I do. So I'm gonna kind of keep it on the personal, emotional side.
Let's get it.
And so about a year ago, you had posted about your journey with your tag partner.
Mm-hmm.
And so my question is, how can you describe that journey, and how impactful has he been to you and to your career?
Shout out to Lion.
Yeah, shout outs to Lion. I honestly say I'm not saying that I would have quit wrestling. I don't know what my career would have been like without him. Like, I have no knowledge of what that even looks like. I can't even like fake a picture if I wanted to. But I'm so grateful for Lion. The journey has been amazing. Mostly, we don't have any bad moments. We've never like bickered and argued in any way like that. We've never not seen eye to eye. We've had creative differences like everyone. But what I love about our creative differences is we always find a way to meet in the middle and make both happy. And sometimes there's things where like he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, just trust me. And he trusts me and it works. And same way, vice versa, where I'm like, I don't know. He's like, just trust me and it works. And I'm like, this is why you're my boy. But
storyline question. Y'all too good right now?
Yeah, we won.
Y'all won, but are y'all good right now?
We winning. We are winning. That's what matters. We good because we winning.
Hey man,
we finally got our first win since September last show or 2 shows ago in New York. Like we are cooling.
Hey, there's that one phrase by any means, you know.
We were concerned.
I don't even know what that. I don't even know. We won. That's it. We won. I don't even think the cameras caught it. Like, what? Be winning, but I don't know.
Are they beefing or they was on good time? The next thing you know, you was awesome. You was hot that night. You was hot that night.
I was like, hey, that's all that y'all good.
Listen, you get to a point in your career where you just you start to question things, and y'all saw what happened. We got cheated. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it, and I just feel like if we're on the same team, you should feel what I'm feeling, and I'm feeling angry right now.
Man, y'all
hey, I'm gonna tell you what Michael Cole said. I'm a journalist. I'm being fair. I'm just being fair. I'm
gonna tell you, but lying and all good. I understand. I understand everyone's worry. And I got ahead of myself that night. But brothers argue, brothers fight.
Yes, they do.
This is true.
Brothers argue and brothers fight, and I need people to like. It's real life. It's real life. Like we fight, we argue. It's just the first time we're letting y'all see it. I'm sorry.
Y'all lost to some dudes. The audience was on those dudes' heads that beat y'all calling them
Yeah.
calling them a Diddy party.
That was us, by the way. That was me to start that part.
5150.
The Bell Collective, shout out. They let him know. They let him know.
I straight up said it. I was like, "Hey man, that's a whole lot of Diddy oil," because the dude was too oiled up for no reason, and I was like, "Bro, why you shining so hard?" So I'm like, "Listen," I was like, "What the Diddy party?" Then next thing you know, the whole row was like, "Diddy party," and we got a reaction out of him. He was heated, so we was just doing our job as fans.
Yeah, y'all were loud that night.
Hey man, John, you got a follow-up question?
Yeah, man. Whew, that was good. Let me gather myself together. Okay, so let's go back to tag team.
This is what we doing.
You didn't want to do this since you was a kid. Don't tell me the fanboy in you, part of you was trying to hold back. I'm in the ring with Matt and Jeff Hardy. Because I think of this. I'm a Lakers fan, and I knew if I would have came anywhere close to Kobe, I would have just lost my shit. How do you keep your composure? Obviously, you probably worked with a lot of legends on the indie circuit. Be able to keep that balance of still being a fan of wrestling, and then when you're in the ring, like, dude, these are dudes who inspired me to actually be in the ring. Now I'm in the ring against them. How do you keep finding that balance?
I think when you realize as a wrestler and a professional, like yes, I can fanboy, but I want to earn their respect. I want to earn the respect of my peer. I want them to see me as their peers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be seen as these guys that we inspired and that's it. I want to be seen as like, oh, there's these guys that we inspired, but man, they got something. Like, and I think just understanding that we want to be treated like people. We don't want to. I'm pretty sure they hear it all the time. I'm pretty sure they don't want to be told every 5 minutes that how much they meant to someone. I'm pretty sure they appreciate it, but I'm pretty sure they appreciate their peace and quiet a lot more.
That's
and so I just try to like keep that in mind, and then just kind of reading the room, because that is a thing. Like, you have to read the room when you're with different types of people, and it was just like, all right, I think now's a good time to talk. I think now's a good time to say something. Like, just reading the room, because we're all traveling. We're all coming from different places. Someone might be tired this day, that it just might be a bad day. Like, but as far as like, I just knew, you know what, it's gonna be good if we call a good match and have a good match. Everything else will follow. That's how I felt. And as far as like how you keep that composure, I let it all out when their music hit. And all the attention was on them.
You're like in the back?
I'm in the ring. And I'm just like, I remember looking at Lion, I'm like, oh my God, that's the Hardy's music. But then when like, as soon as they came out, it was like, all right, like, this is really happening. So
let's go time.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jojo? I don't know. Jojo, you muted.
Of course I am, because we never get it right. Damn it. My power went out and I was like, mute. So what keeps you the most passionate about this sport?
Right now, it's perfecting my craft, but also like I help with like a class at HOG, like training this class at HOG with Red. So that keeps me going right now, because there's these kids that they want to learn how to wrestle and they're trusting House of Glory, and I want to help with that. So I think right now my passion is being kept by like giving back just to the business in any way I can. It's the dungeon keeps my passion, because I'm telling you right now, you can't go to the dungeon if you have no passion. You just can't. You just can't. You won't.
That's a fact.
You won't survive. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like there's something that keeps you going when you feel like you can't go no more, and that thing is called passion. So, the dungeon keeps my passion going, and honestly, the fans are keeping my passion going. Like I feel like they're showing so much love now, more than ever. I feel like we're now starting to, like, me and my partner are now starting to like get recognition and get our flowers, and we just want to make more. We know we have more to give. We know we've barely scratched the surface, and there's just so much up here that's keeping that passion going. I have so much to give. That's what it is. I'm nowhere near done, and I know I'm nowhere near done.
I actually have a question for Midas, the fan. Outside of the companies you work for, what's your favorite product right now, and what's your favorite storyline of that product?
I just want to say I like all wrestling.
I see what you did there.
I may not like follow certain products more than the other, but I try to catch everything. I'm a fan of, I think, WWE right now. I don't have a favorite storyline per se, but there are a lot of things intriguing me. Whether it's the Judgment Day stuff, whether it's Cody and Orton, whether it's even Punk and Roman. Punk and Roman might be the best thing going right now.
Oh,
talk about it.
Zebros.
But
or no more Zebros, I don't know.
There's just I think and I'm not that's everyone has their flavor of wrestling, and everyone has their idea of what wrestling should look like to them. And I catch myself watching that more. But I am gonna watch AEW tonight.
Same here.
Banger lineup coming up. And I think, again, I don't want my preference to be like, oh well, that means that it's the best. Like, no, I think I like I said, I like what I like, but I do watch everything, and I try to watch everything because there are gems in every company.
Again, she's part of the culture. I have a question before we send it over to Nessa again. Whether it's AEW, WWE, or one of each, who that you haven't worked with yet that you'd be like, oh, I so want to tear it up with this person?
The Young Bucks. The Usos. The Street Profits. I think I'm dying to wrestle the Street Profits, actually. But it's all a matter of time and if things are meant to happen. But if things were lined up and meant to happen, those are the people that I would want to wrestle in some way or form in my career.
You got her vote.
JoJo.
I'm a big tag team guy. One thing about me, I've wanted to be a tag wrestler since, like, when I made up my mind to wrestle, I knew I wanted to do it as a tag team. And what changed my mind for that was WrestleMania 17, the TLC ladder match. Like, seeing that, I was like, oh, all right, I want to wrestle, but I think tag team is where it's at.
On behalf of me and Faith, when you do wrestle the Usos, please give us tickets front row, because I'm just saying, we might be the loudest ones there.
Gotcha.
What's going on, Jody? Yeah. If you didn't know, Jay is that's Mr. Santiago right there. So we got bail money for Vegas, by the way. So if you're in town and you hear about it and she doesn't write back to you, we're trying to get her out.
I will be in Vegas.
Yes,
sir.
So
we were like, oh, we gotta go bail JoJo out now. What's she?
Yeah. Speaking of Vegas, we got not Vegas, but you do got a.
That's next weekend.
How pumped are you for this? Because the Acclaim was once, probably said as a beloved tag team. So them coming back together, like, how pumped are you to get in the ring with those guys? Because those guys are highly entertaining.
I'm pretty pumped. I've been in the ring with Max before. I actually have like a lot of appreciation and love for Max. If y'all didn't know, Max did our theme song.
That's why I said that sounded so tight. I knew I heard that voice.
If you didn't know, Max did our theme song, and Max actually rapped us out to the ring one time at House of Glory.
That's dope.
And that was really cool. I've never wrestled Bowens though. I've trained with Bowens once at the dungeon, and I trained with him at the dungeon, and then this match got announced. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun because he's a lot of fun to be around. Max, again, I'm familiar with, very, very cool and fun character to work with. Mm-hmm. So I'm super pumped to work with them together as a tag team. And yeah, next weekend is going to be a party, man.
Oh, for sure. Nessa?
So, you said you travel a lot, and you also said you're a dad.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, what is the best and worst part about traveling for you?
The best part about traveling is getting to be in different places I've never been before. The worst part about traveling is traveling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially if it's a drive, because I just don't like being packed in somewhere for more than 3 hours. But and then it sucks sometimes too because I don't have like all the time in the world, so I can't see certain places. Like I was in LA, but I didn't get to see the Staples Center. Like I would have loved to seen where the Lakers play. I would have loved to gone and had the time to look at some sites worthy seeing stuff. But I'm grateful that I get to say I've been in places that people never been before.
That's true. John?
So me and Trail got to go to our first indie show this year, seeing you guys at House of Glory. There seems to be, and obviously maybe because I was late to the party on indie wrestling, even though, because growing up, when our parents' age, they had the territories. In our age, it was FCW, OVW. But now you've seen all these different promos from HOG, MLW, you name it, and they're going all over the world. Where does this, in your eyes, did this resurgence of indie wrestling come from, or is just people are late to the party and it's always been there?
I think indie wrestling has changed after COVID. And I've been saying this, and I can't properly explain why I feel this way, but like I feel like my career, at least, I've seen at least 3 different versions of wrestling. There was wrestling before COVID, then there was wrestling during COVID, and then there was wrestling after COVID.
Right.
And even like this wrestling after COVID period, like it still feels like people are, I guess, maybe catching up because they were dealing with some long-term effects from COVID that maybe hindered indie wrestling a bit for like their own respective promotions. I feel like indie wrestling is in a weird state right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like it's not territorial, but it does feel territorial at the same time, because you're seeing a lot of West Coast people solely on the West Coast, and you're seeing a lot of East Coast people solely on the East Coast. It's very rare that a West Coast comes to the East Coast, and it's a big deal. if that does happen. But I think indie wrestling is finding, like, we're finding footing again in all the right ways. Like, I think competition is coming out more. Because you mentioned all these promotions that are, you know, now starting to travel, and I think that's gonna be the main thing right now. Like, just seeing, like, I think companies are starting to realize, oh, we can't just keep this in our state. Like, especially if they're big, like, they can tell the story that they can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when House of Glory, they put out a poll of, you know, what city you want us to come to. It had all these cities, and LA was there. I'm like, please, LA. I voted for LA. I'm like, please, LA, please, LA. And it happened, and it was so nice. Y'all about to do it twice in May, and like me and John said, we already got our tickets, so we about to show out 10 times more than what we did. But I want to go to the branding part of what you do and talk about, you know, the chopped cheese brand, because I'm over here in Cali and I always want to try anything and everything New York. So I told JoJo like a few weeks ago I had tried chopped cheese for the first time from an actual bodega style place, and I was in heaven. So how did you come up with the chopped cheese brand with you and Lion?
It's funny story enough. The chopped cheese, Lion is really good at thinking on his feet. And we wrestled the we wrestled the we wrestled the Bollywood boys, and you know, there was some fans chanting some derogatory stuff at them. And it was more like, you know, how in New York the joke is like, oh, the ox is making my chopped cheese or whatever. So they was chanting at the Bollywood boys to, you know, chop cheese the Aki way.
Shout out to Aki.
And Lion was trying to turn that, because we didn't really like that. Like, you know, it was just felt like a little too much. And Lion kind of turned it and was like, chop cheese, chop, and he just started this thing. And then the next show we went to, they was like, chop cheese. I was like, whoa, like, it's a thing now. So that is kind of how the chopped cheese thing got born. And then from there it was like, all right, like, we could kind of brand this.
I like how
so, like, even
you guys.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But like, even the sweater on the picture that you pulled up, like, Lion was the brains behind that. He was like, "What do you think about?" Because in New York they have the Chinese food plastic bags, and it will say thank you coming down like that. And he's like, "What if we got chopped cheese coming down?" Like, I was like, "Bro, that's solid." Like, it looks like a Chinese plastic bag from New York. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I love how y'all took the disrespect y'all were given and turn into something to make money off of. So it shows, like, you know, you guys' mindset, how yes, it bothered you, but it didn't deter you from what you're doing. So, because sometimes people's ideas do come from unintentionally from other people.
Yeah, and it was just more like, you know, Lion and I don't condone racism, so like, we didn't want the fans chanting a racist term towards, you know, the Bollywood boys just because of how they look. Like, so that, like, we're grateful that we were able to turn that negative into a positive, because now it's just people think of the chopped cheese sandwiches. I saw a comment there like, chopped cheese is so good. You're damn right.
Listen, it is, man. I like, the moment I finished it, I immediately texted JoJo, like, hey, listen, I bought the chopped cheese. She was like, did you get it from an actual bodega? I'm like, yeah. She's like, good shit.
I had to ask, because, like, keep in mind, my dad's from New York, from the Bronx, of course. So I'm, you know, if you don't have, like, did you actually get it from an actual place, or did you get it from somebody that says, I know how to make it?
Yeah, because I know how to make it is not it.
No, when I saw it, because I ordered it from DoorDash, and it literally said, like, you know, bodega. So I'm like, I started exploring the rabbit hole of sandwiches they had there, and oddly enough, they had a sandwich called the JoJo. That was crazy in itself.
Hush up. Hush up.
The JoJo sandwich.
You too. Hush up. Wow.
You ate
Not
JoJo?
bad.
You ate JoJo?
No, I didn't eat JoJo. I had a chopped cheese.
So you chopped JoJo's cheese?
Wow. Wait. No, wait. No, that was.
I'm sorry.
It was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen. I thought it was gonna be me. I'm glad it wasn't. Shout out to John.
What? I thought it was be us two at some point.
Right?
I mean, we did have certain looks, but we kept it.
Very demure.
Sometimes the alley-oop is just right there off the glass. You got to dunk it. Shout out to you, Vince Carter.
Shout out to D-Wade too.
So I actually have a phone-in question for Midas.
Uh-oh.
Not to JT.
On the hotline.
Mm-hmm. So he wants to know,
FA.
what was it like knowing that another tag team in the Independence had you guys' name, and how did you handle it?
Oh man. I love them boys too. Shout outs to TME, the other main event. No, it's funny enough because we I think our names came like we were just a week off.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were originally Locked and Loaded, and then they changed their name, and then a week later, Lion and I debuted. But we didn't know that there was another main event. And what I love about it is we're two completely different types of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're freaking tall and huge, and they play football, and we're us. And to answer how we went about it, because fans created like this internal beef between the both teams. And they were like, "Oh, that's not the real main event. Oh, this is not the real main event." And it still happens to this day, and I love it. But we've actually wrestled each other. It was the main event versus the main event in the main event. And
That's dope. That's dope.
And
is that why you guys changed your name to Maine, as in the Lions Mane? Or was that
no? We were always Maine, like the Lions Mane. We were never MAIN, but the whole thing was weird play on words. Like for me, it was always a play on words. Like, yeah, we're the main event with the Lion, but like we're gonna give you a main event quality things. Like so, but yeah, those guys are amazing. As far as like, there was no internal beef because I'm one of those people that I just believe if I stay in my lane, like everything's gonna be all right. But if I start taking detours along the way, that's when you get sidetracked.
Okay. Yeah, John got a follow-up question.
Where's the one place you haven't wrestled that you want to wrestle, whether it's domestically or internationally?
Japan.
Tokyo Dome.
Japan.
So is there a possible New Japan on the horizon for
I would love to I would love to do a New Japan tour. Especially because my trainer Red, he's done a bunch of New Japan tours and he has history with New Japan. So I would love to just follow in his footsteps and create a legacy for Lion and myself in following his footsteps and making our own name. So yeah, I'm definitely. It's funny enough, Lion and I are trying to look into something. I don't want to say too much, but
yeah, we got you. Jojo, you got one more question?
My question, I think it may go back a little bit, but I know you mentioned that you don't know where you're going, but do you have like an end game? Like, where do you see yourself in the future?
My end game would be WWE. That's just as a kid, that's just what brought me to even want to be here. But I think if I'm talking bigger picture, my end game is just to be happy in wrestling, and not just be happy in wrestling, but like make a living in wrestling. I would love to do that in WWE, but like anywhere where I'll be able to do what I love and make a living and take care of myself and my family, that's what it will be. But WWE is where I see myself, and I could see myself, doing a bunch of things in this industry. Like I could see myself wrestling, and then I could see myself wanting to become an agent after I wrestle and after I've done my thing. Like there are so many things that I would offer to this business if given the chance.
I felt that from here. But listen, we're gonna wrap this up. But again, Midas, man, we appreciate you taking the time on your R&R, on your time off to come chill with us.
This was a lot of fun, guys.
And hopefully, we'll get you again real soon, because like we did mention Vegas was coming up, and
Yes,
you're
sir.
gonna have a busy week in Vegas, and one of them being Wrestle Lit
Yes,
on
sir.
April 16th. So
I will be at Wrestle It right after my match at HOG. I will be right over there.
Hey, listen, we're gonna be at HOG, and if you're gonna be at Wrestle It, listen, we're gonna get lit with you. So
Let's do it.
Now we're gonna pull up. Now I think we gotta pull up.
Now we gotta pull up now.
Now we definitely gotta pull up.
So
let's do it.
we're gonna pull double duties on the 16th for
We
sure.
do it all the time, anyways.
Yeah, but this was actually gonna be more fun too.
Everyone.
So, but yeah, talk about House of Glory, man. Like, what do you and Lion got coming up at House of Glory? Any matches you got? Who you gonna be facing? What you looking forward to that day?
I have no idea what we are doing that day. I just know that we will be there. And if I had it my way, I have my set on some tag titles that I want to get back to.
That's not a rematch.
But I've been trying to get the rematch that I feel like we deserve, but not too much on that. But whatever Vegas has, I will be there, and Lion will be there, and we will be making some noise that night.
Yeah, and we're going to be there making more noise from the sideline. And matter of fact, the four of us, we be there making some noise on the sideline.
Let's
you know what
do
I'm saying?
it.
So,
Yes, sir.
Fat Four will be in the building. But again, appreciate you.
I'd be surprised if somebody walks up to runs up to the stage and try to.
Yeah, that'd be that one over here. But we'd love to have you again. The door is always open if you ever want to come back, even just to chill with us.
I would definitely come back. This is fun.
I appreciate you. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the Fat Four will be back for Tribal Warzone, and you already know it's gonna get crazy up in there, because not only is gonna be crazy, but the Tribe Chief is back in the building tomorrow night.
Wow.
And him and Usos gonna be in the building. CM Punk's gonna be in the building. So chill out with us, cause that fallout, that story, that chapter is getting good. Messy and good at the same time. There's nothing wrong with being messy.
He's just a journalist.
I'm just a journalist. Listen. I do what I do. Let
me ask you real quick. There's rumors that tomorrow we might get Brock Lesnar's, the person answering the challenge for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Who do you want it to be?
It's Midas.
It's only one person.
The ruler?
There's only one right answer. The ruler.
Who?
There's only one answer.
I had to confirm.
Listen, the man said it himself is going to be the ruler, so we're going to stick with it. It's going to be the ruler. But, yeah, we're going to get out of here. Tribal Warzone tomorrow, 4:55 Pacific time. Iron Trail, that's the main event. That's La Madrina. That is the Caribbean one. And that is the Ringmaster. One half on the main event. HOG Wrestling Superstar, Ringmaster Midas. This is the Fat Four. We are the Sports4U, and we will see y'all later.
It's the legend,